Welcome to the Faster, Easier, Better show. This podcast is short, fun, and jam-packed with good ideas that you can start using right away.
Welcome to the show. I never get to do this, so I kind of flubbed it up. And no, I'm not drinking. But we're talking about dive bars. And I want to bring in my co-host who knows a lot about dive bars. Now, that might not sound good, but she runs the dive club. Okay, what time is it now? I'm not drinking. The Dive Bar Club of the Month, and she's been doing it for a long time. It's very successful, and she speaks on the topic. So welcome, Ellen, who will talk about dive bars and efficiency. I know it doesn't make sense, but I'm telling you, it works.
This is so backward. You never even said your name.
I don't care. It's not about me.
So Lee is super correct. I run and am co-founder of the Dive Bar of the Month Club in San Diego. 13 years ago, my neighbor and I started the club. Just the whole idea is that once a month we would take like-minded dive bar lovers to a different dive bar, hang out, have a few drinks, and then off we go. And over the years, I have become quite the expert on dive bars, as random as that sounds. The only person randomly in the world who has done a TED Talk about dive bars. So that's how kind of odd that is.
Awesome.
What you're just shaking your head. Yep. But one of the things that I wanted us to talk about today is the efficiency of dive bars. So the efficiency of dive bars, which sounds really kind of weird, but it makes sense. So you ready to hear this?
So ready.
Dive bars. So, dive bars have been around since like 1870 was the first time it was ever even written about in a newspaper. But all really, really good dive bars make their decisions based on one thing. And that one thing is the effort it's going to take to make a change or to do something. So if, let's say, someone comes in and they're like trying to get them to go to a different beer distributor, what's the effort that's going to take? Well, it's going to take a lot because they're going to have to set up new systems for ordering. They're going to have to deal with different people where, you know what, for years they've just had John. He's got the Budweiser, he's Budweiser delivery guy, and they call him up every Thursday, and they're like, yeah, this is how much we need. Boom, easy. There's not a lot of effort involved. And what I think is so great about that is just having that one core thing that they think about when it comes to doing things. We could remodel the bathrooms. It's going to take a lot of effort, and is it really going to give us more money? Probably not. So there you are, folks. Nasty bathrooms, dive bar staple.
But I've seen where sometimes, the change is good. Not always. In this instance, when something gets too fancy it turns away the very customers that you appealed to because you were a little rough around the edges.
Exactly.
Or dark, or I'm just maybe clicheing some of my favorite
you're not
dive
far
bars
off.
because it's about the people at the end of the day. If you're spending all your time in the back room with, trying to order some fancy schmancy beer that nobody really wants, or you're still serving the king of beers, but able to talk to everyone and listen to everyone, which is more valuable? So as it applies to our lives, sometimes we see that shiny object, but in the end, we already have a shiny object that works just fine. And there's no need to reach out for something else. If it's working, stick with it.
Yeah.
Take the advice from the dive. Where'd you hear that? Oh, from a podcast about dive bars.
But, the thing is that it just having that one touch point. I'm going to make the decisions based on this. Now, that doesn't mean dive bars don't change, but they're not going to change just for the sake of change. It's got to mean something to the bar, maybe to the bottom line. And I also know that if they're going to make a change, they set a time frame. And you know what? Yeah, we'll try that. We'll try that for 6 months. And if it doesn't work, guess what? Boom, out the door it goes. So I think that's a thing we should also use. Experimentation. Okay, yeah, I'll try this. But if it's not, adding to my life after 6 months, it's out of here.
Yeah, and a lot of times, places that have complicated menus and have all these ingredients and all these things that they need to keep ordering, keep fresh, and blah, blah, blah. Dive bars, you just throw the dang thing in the microwave. It's simple. It never goes bad. Do Twinkies ever go bad? No.
No.
Nuts. And I mean, dive bars aren't known for food. Some do have food,
no.
but... Oh, none have food? Because I'm thinking
no, some have food, but they're not known
for it. Exactly. They keep it simple. Keep it streamlined. What do my customers want and need? And if there's a few outliers, hey, there's a place across the street. Go grab a bite and bring it back.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or just have it delivered. But have that one thing, that touch point. That is such a, figure out what yours is. Is it effort? Is it money? Is it love? Is it whatever? But make your decisions based on one thing. And when you do that, you're going to be truer to yourself. And hopefully, like dive bars, you will continue on and on and on.
I have one thing to say.
I'm listening.
Cheers to Ellen. Okay, cool. Wayne's going to have a lot of work on this one. Hi, Wayne. Sorry. Yeah. Do you take tips?
Be here with us again next week for another episode.